I'm back continuing my reviews on the Jeepers Creepers movies with Jeepers Creepers 2. I got it in this double pack here. Um, Now, I started reviewing this movie and then my wife called and fucked it all up. So, um, yeah, no. So, anyways, this one was made 2003. It was made 2 years after the first one. Um, Takes place, I want to say, a week or two after the first one and the events of the first one. It centers around these kids on a bus. They're in a football team. The creeper comes back. He attacks the bus. Well, first of all, it starts off in this field with this mother or with his father and two brothers, and it's got this little kid, and he's like stuffing what appears to be like some scarecrows or whatever to. Hence the cover there. He's like mounted up on a thing. And it looks like a scarecrow, and he's working on them, checking them out, making sure they're there to scare away the animals and shit. Um, so yeah, so he ends up getting attacked by the scarecrow, and you find out that it's the creeper, and the creeper takes off with the kid, and you got this dad that's like just he's like, holy fuck, I gotta hunt this thing down, and he kind of goes a little crazy and starts hunting this thing down, and when he learns that this thing may be attacking these kids on a bus, he gets a call from him, I believe. He picks him up on the radio or something, and that's how he finds out that this thing's attacking him. So, he knows what it is, and so he goes after it. And he makes this big ass harpoon gun that he like mounts on the back of his truck, which is pretty cool. Um, so this creeper's attacking these kids on a bus. The whole movie basically takes place on this bus. Um, you know, he attacks the bus so many times that there's like big ass holes in it and shit, and it's just easy for him to get in and out of this thing. So the kids decide to flee it eventually towards the end of the movie, and they all start getting picked off. You got some good kills in this movie. Special effects are pretty good. Victor Salva directs it again. Um, my wife's home. Just closed my door. So yeah, so you get this. So you got direct Victor Salva coming back and directing it. You got Jonathan Breckbeck as the creeper. Um, yeah, I mean it's a pretty good entry. I know they did come out with a third one a couple years ago, and I haven't seen it. I've seen bits and parts of it, but it's like on the Sci-Fi Channel, and I've seen some reviews on it. And from what I've seen and heard, I really have no interest in watching that movie. It looks really cheesy and not well put together at all. It takes place, I guess, between the first one and the second one, in between, which I thought would have been a cooler story if they'd went like, because at the end of this, the old guy where the kid gets taken, he ends up going after this creeper and ends up killing him at the end. And then at the end of the movie, you see that he's like an old man, and he's got him mounted up on the wall, the creeper, and he's waiting for him to come back to life. And it would have just been cooler to see a continuation of that story, than to see like in between the events of 1 and 2, because it just offers nothing new. I mean, I think the creeper looks horrible from old pictures I've seen and parts of the movie that I've saw. It just didn't look good. I just have no interest in it unless I find it for like $1 or somebody gives it to me. I'm not gonna even go out of my way for it. So the first two are definitely the best in my opinion. As far as I haven't seen the third one, so I couldn't tell you. But like I said, I've not heard good things. I've not seen good things, so I'm not interested. Yeah, I mean it just centers around these kids on a bus, and it's kind of boring actually. I find it kind of boring. It just takes place in the same thing. Get the creeper, he keeps coming back and doing his thing. I don't know. He flies around a lot more in this movie than he did in the first one, so I mean that's all right. But honestly, I liked it better in the first one when you thought he was a guy. Like I thought it was creepier when you thought when he was a human. Then you find out that he's got wings and shit, and kind of changes the whole thing for me. So I mean, it's good, but could be better. Um, Victor Salva does an alright job directing it, I guess. Took a big chance with this movie because all these kids on the bus are all unknowns. I've never seen them before in any movies up until this point. At least I never did. And to my knowledge, I mean, I don't watch a shit ton of movies like I used to, but you know, I haven't seen him in anything since, and this was, you know, 15 years ago or whatever this movie was made. Um, so yeah, I mean, I really got nothing else to say about this movie, man. It's gonna be a short and sweet review, just because I just, you know, to be honest, the second one was okay. I do like it as a whole, but it's not the greatest movie ever. Could have been better. First one was definitely the best. More innovative at the time, I think, or some new ideas. This one kind of offered nothing new other than the fact that he saw him flying a lot more and had these kids in it, so the element was a little different, but it was still, I don't know, just felt like kind of the same rehash shit almost. That's how I feel about the third one. It's just rehash bullshit. Like, just throw one out there to just throw it out there. I just think that's not the way to make movies. But yeah, so that's all I got, man. As far as the Jeepers Creepers series, like I said, I'm not reviewing the third one, so it's just gonna be this two. But I had to review them because they are good movies, and if you've never seen them, I would recommend them for sure to check them out. You know, they're good horror movies. They're just not the best. So anyway, that's my review on the Jeepers Creepers series. The first two, anyways. I'm going to be continuing my reviews with more horror movies, so stay tuned for that. Thanks.